Hello, good evening. How are we? Welcome to another edition of Up the Reds with me, Andy Canbay. Okay, so we play Wolves in the FA Cup tomorrow night at Anfield, 8 o'clock kickoff. If you're not going to the game, it's on ITV. Listen to Jurgen's press conference uh, today. He was. I wouldn't say he was upbeat. He was just in a reflective mode, looking over the last game against Brentford. He was trying to pick the little bits out of that performance. If we'd have done this, if we'd have done that, it would have been different, i.e., if we'd have gone a goal ahead before they'd scored, etc. So it was, he was picking bits from that game. But I know the fallout's been pretty bad from us Reds supporters, if I'm honest, and some of the comments, rightly so, should have been said about the games from us Reds who thought the performance was pretty bad, because I just want to speak about the Brentford game. There's a lot's been said. You could see that we were going to concede a second goal when they scored their first goal. You could just, that's how the game was. So yeah, Jurgen was trying to put ifs and buts in the press conference today. But one thing that did come out, that he said that he'll be putting a strong team out where possible. Now, not understanding that question, I hope he does put a pretty strong team out, and it's not full of mixture of youngsters and senior players, because I think the senior players owe us a game. The likes of Robbo. I'm going to, as a senior player, I'm going to put Trent Alexander-Arnold in there, because if he plays tomorrow, that'll be his 250th appearance. That's a lot of footballs for a young lad, but I class him as an experienced player now in the team. Obviously, Virgil's out for a length of time. He's picked up a nasty hamstring injury. Again, this is. I don't know what I'm going to blame this down to. I'm going to blame it down to this pathetic World Cup that was in the desert. A lot of travelling the players had to do. So, but then again, his form's not been really good. We have to be honest about that to ourselves. He's won everything for us, but this season he's not really been pulling up the shoots in his performances. You can name a number of those this season where he was directly involved, where goals were conceded. And so just on that note there, I would just love to see us against Wolves score the first goal rather than concede and then start chasing the game. So yeah, let's get back onto the experienced players. So yeah, obviously no Virgil, so I want to see Joel Matip, Konate play, give them a run out. People are saying it should be Joe Gomez, Nat Phillips in there with Joel Matip. No. Joel Matip is experienced enough. Konate has played a lot of football in France and in this country. Okay, so let's get him in there. Midfield, no messing about. Get Henderson in there, Thiago, Naby, or Fabinho. Okay, so out of those four, I want to see any one of those three starting. I don't want to see young Elliott in there. Let's take him out of the firing squad, because it's not happening for him. A lot of Reds are saying that he's a bit of a weak link in midfield, and again, he's probably been asked to play in that position. Excuse me. So up front, let's see Darwin on the left, and let's see Cody Gakpo through the centre, and Mo Salah on the on the right hand side. Just on Mo Salah, he's another experienced player. I think he's scored 7 goals or something. We need to see him give a senior player performance. He seems to have been hiding away in a couple of games lately, so I want to see a big performance by him against Wolves. Wolves will play a full strength team. They will not be playing any youngsters. They'll be wanting to get a rhythm going for their new boss, and they do look dangerous when they're on the attack, the counter attack. They haven't got a finisher, but saying that, we haven't got a finisher either for us at the moment, with our strikers being off the boil. So I want to see a good performance by the Reds tomorrow, and I want to see a strong team that is being put out. Even put Ali in goals. We need to get back to some kind of normality where the senior players understand the roles that have been given to them by Jurgen. Regarding it'll be 4-3-3. That's the way if he wants to play it. But like I say, we need these senior players to give a big performance, and let's do it in the FA Cup. I don't want to see any youngsters. I'm not advocating that we shouldn't be playing the youngsters. Well, this is a season where we need to start dictating games, and we're not going to stop, bringing youngsters in and then throwing them out again, and then our senior players come in when there's no rhythm going at all. Let's get a rhythm going from the FA Cup game, and take it from there, because we're away to Brighton and home to Chelsea, so the games are coming thick and fast for us. Injury front, nothing really else to say on that point. Obviously Jota's still out, Diaz is still out, and Bobby's still out. Just saying about Naby Keita, I've just realised when I was watching the training film and the photos, he wasn't at training, so we can probably say that Naby's not going to feature this weekend. I've just realised that, so apologies when I said about which midfielders I'd like to see. So he's either injured again, or he's on his way out. So, but there's no news or anything. Nobody says anything about players leaving Liverpool. Just about leaving Liverpool, I saw a report this week about Bobby Firmino looking at a contract that's been offered to him by a team in Qatar. So he could be on his way, taking his final paycheck from us, but he has been missed. You can tell that. So yeah. Final thoughts. Lots been said about Pep Lijnders and his book, and what some people are saying he's got a lot of influence now on the training pitch, on transfers and things like that. Now, I don't know how true that is, but there seems to be a lot of ex-pros and journos now starting to talk about it in depth. As I say, I've no idea about how truth some of the things is. One thing I will say was his book maybe been a mistake publishing it during the season. He should have done it off season and not during the season. There seems to be a lot made out. I've not read the book personally. I will read it one day when I get the chance, and but people are saying there are bits in there that other teams have been picking out. Just talking about other teams, they know what our weakness is now. They know to press us high, get behind our back line, get through our midfield a lot quicker. So teams are going to be doing that every week against us. So, like I say, we need to be on the ball against Wolves tomorrow. Would I be surprised if I saw a load of youngsters put in? Probably not. But we don't seem to know now what comes out of from the training pitch onto the games now. I'd like to see us, the senior players, give a good 65 minutes. If we're in control of the game, then bring the youngsters on. Okay, don't bring the senior players on the other way around and giving them 20 minutes because we've got a game against Brighton the following week. Let's get the senior players into some sort of rhythm so we can kick on. We're a bit further away now from 4th place. Other teams above us are now getting points. Teams below us are closing the gap. It's really important that we get a good start. Look, that's all I'm going to say tonight. Okay, have a boss night. Give me a like, give me a shout downstairs. Okay, if you like what I'm doing, give us a follow. And it's about all things Liverpool. Just to let you know that the under-18s are playing tomorrow. That's going to be on LFC TV. I think they're playing Blackburn. 11 o'clock in the morning kick-off, that one. So if you got LFC TV, you'll be able to watch that game there. No under-21 fixture tomorrow. I think they might be playing on Sunday. Likewise, the women's might be playing a week on Sunday, I think. Okay, have a boss evening. I'll speak to you tomorrow night after the game, and we'll see what comes of it. Okay, up the Reds.